I'm Johnny Pitts.
And I'm Kirsten O'Brien. Welcome to Help!
Teachers Coming to Stay. If you've ever wondered what it's like swapping roles with your teacher,
wonder no more.
When the pupil gets to call the shots.
I want to see you downstairs in 10 minutes.
Opera meets motorsports head on.
Woo!
Causing mayhem, mess and madness.
mix all that together and you get one heck of a weekend.
It's time to play
Help! Teachers Coming to Stay. Help!
Teachers coming to stay.
It's Friday afternoon and I'm here at Shotton Primary School in Durham. It's almost home time and inside everyone's looking forward to the school bell ringing. But picture this, instead of chilling out with your friends and family this weekend, you've got your teacher coming to live at your house with your family for an entire weekend. Living nightmare or a dream come true? We're about to find out because for one pupil and teacher, I'm going to make that a reality. Inside there, the whole school are having an assembly, so I'm about to give one pupil the surprise of their life. But there's an extra twist. Not only is a teacher going to be spending the weekend with them, but it's the head teacher. Even I'm nervous. Let's do it. Excuse me. Hi. Sorry to interrupt everyone. Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. I need to find your head teacher, Ms. Orr, first of all. You're all pointing her out. Get back here! Were you planning on doing anything nice this weekend?
Plenty of me time.
I see. Well, that's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Listen up, everybody. I need everyone in Year 6 to stand up, please, right now. Hello, Year 6. If you're a girl, will you sit down now, please? If your first name doesn't start with a B, will you sit down now, please? Oh, look at this. If your initials aren't BM, can you sit down now, please? Let's give him a round of applause as he comes to the stage. Ben! Come on! That's our Ben. Come here, Ben. Very nice to meet you, Ben. So, ordinarily, what would you do at the weekend?
I would come home, maybe play out for a bit, then I would come in, get me tea, then I would go back out, then I would come in, usually watch the telly.
I think Kirsten was hoping for a quick sum-up, Ben. Come on, Kirsten, let's cut to the chase.
And on Saturday, I help my dad do all the bits and bobs that he needs to do. And on Sunday, I go go-karting.
Ah, well, some of that is going to happen this weekend, but not most of it, because what is going to be happening is Ms. Orr is going to be coming home and spending the whole weekend with you. Oh, here is going to spend the next 2 days this weekend teaching Ms. Orr about his favourite hobbies so that on Monday they can come back here and you will be doing an exam in one of these hobbies. If she manages to pass that exam, it's great news for everyone in Ben's class because you are going to be going on a special trip to York Dungeons. If they fail, if you muck it up, you two, the whole class will be gunging these guys.
I think they want to gunge us more, don't you?
Well, Ben, I think we should put your head teacher out of her misery and tell her, what are your hobbies? What 2 things are you going to be teaching her this weekend?
I'm going to be teaching her go-karting and about British touring cars.
Ooh. What does that make you think? You know anything about those things?
Not a lot. My car's silver, that's what I know about my car.
I think the first thing we need to do to make this pupil-teacher swap complete is to give you a really nice school uniform. Look at that! Would you mind going and getting changed into that? And Ben, while Ms. Orr goes and gets herself changed, let's find out a little bit more about Ben here. What does he like to get up to when he's not at school?
Hi, my name's Ben and this is my house. I live here with my mum, my dad and my little brother Jay. I'm a pretty chilled out kid, but in my spare time I get up to lots of different things, like strumming the guitar. I support my local football team and I also help entertain my little brother Jay.
Oh, you're so fast!
But my real passion is go-karting. I've only been karting for just over a year and I've already won one trophy. My mum says I like go-karting so much that I eat, breathe and sleep it. I'm also a fan of the British touring cars and I've collected most of the caps that the drivers wear. In fact, I know nearly everything about touring cars. When I grow up, I'm going to be British touring car champion. All right, Teach, the bell is gone, so bring it on. Pupil power!
Pretty impressive stuff from our pupil, but what does Ms. Orr get up to with her weekends?
Hi, I'm Miss Orr and I'm head teacher of Shotton Primary School, and this is where I live.
Being a head teacher means I'm on the go non-stop with work, so when the weekend comes, I tend to take things rather calmly. I like to read, relax in front of the TV, or just have an afternoon snooze. But my favourite hobby is singing. I love it and regularly perform at different venues. Sometimes I have to pretend to faint or even die on stage. What do you think?
Well, the bell has gone and the pressure is well and truly on.
Here comes Ms. Orr. Hey! Look at you. I bet it's a while since you've had a school uniform on,
It is.
Do you like it?
I do like it. They're very comfortable, actually.
Excellent news. Well, more importantly, Ben's class, what do you make of it?
I really can't imagine myself go-karting because she loves her hair and everything, and the helmets will just spoil her hair.
Ben's like one of the most laid-back people I know, so it's going to be really hard for him to get control.
Who would like to see Ben and Ms. Orr do their first challenge? I thought you might say that. Right, you two, follow me. Right, as I'm sure Ms. Orr would agree, good teaching is all about communication. It's about being on the same wavelength. You two are going to spend tons of time together this weekend. With that in mind, we need to make sure you can communicate, you can get on, you are on the same wavelength. So, I've come up with this compatibility challenge. Listen up, this is what's going to happen. You have a delicious treat in here, but check it out, it's locked away. Look at all these padlocks on here. So it's your job to find the keys, OK? Follow me, guys. There is one key in the ducks over here. You need to find the duck by hooking it, grab the key, move along, whack the pinatas until you find key number 2. The gloopy gunge, there's a key in there. Roll up your sleeves, fish for it, find it. There's a key in the balloons somewhere. Pop, pop, pop away. Only when you've managed to get 4 keys can you attempt to start unlocking the padlocks to get to your delicious dinner. If you fail, you'll be getting horrendous, cold, lumpy, gloopy school dinners for tea. Good luck, guys. Your 2.5 minutes starts now. And they're off. Gotta hope I don't. Is there a key? Is it under there? Find out. No! Ditch that one. Come on, guys. Ben's doing very well at this stage. Goodness me, 30 seconds gone. You're useless. No! What about these ones? Try this one. Come on. Yes! She's got it. She's got it. Come on. Whacking the pinatas. Whacking. 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 Have a look in that one. See if it's in there. You've got that one down. Oh my gosh, goodness me. Anything in there?
Come on, Ben, look closer. It's there.
Anything? Yeah, got it. Got it as well. Right. Oh, still got time. Anything? No. Oh, I'm exhausted. yourself. Anything, anything. Oh, no! You got it! Come on! Come on! Pop the balloons! Hard luck, guys. You were out of time. And you didn't even get a chance to attempt to unlock the chest. Oh, well, how do you fancy gloopy, lumpy, lukewarm school dinners for tea?
No thanks.
That's what you two losers are going to be having, I'm afraid. And there's the school bell. That means school is over for the weekend for you guys. Woohoo! School is just starting for you two. You better say goodbyes. Class is just starting.
Oh, you're in. I'm off. Ooh, wish me luck.
Back in the staff room, Ms Orr's colleagues offer some words of encouragement.
The whole school is behind you, Miss Orr.
You comfortable with swapping roles then, being the pupil for a change?
Never too old to learn new tricks, I suppose.
Come on, Miss Orr, there's no time for chatting. We've got to get going.
OK, I'm coming by.
Why? Miss Orr obviously is the boss, and now she's been taken out of her comfort zone, and Ben's the boss, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how she reacts to taking orders for a change.
With his new pupil in tow, Ben wastes no time in assessing her potential.
Are you a aggressive driver, slow driver?
I'm not a slow driver, definitely not. Absolutely not a slow driver.
This is my house, where I'll be staying for the next 3 days. Let's go in and meet my family. This is my dad, Darren.
Hiya.
Nice to meet you.
Going all right?
Yeah, great.
This is my mum, Claire.
Oh, nice to meet you.
My little brother, Jay.
Hi, you all right?
This is my fish, Tick and Tack.
Tick and tack.
That one's Tick and that one's Tack. This is my room. This is me driving simulator.
Oh, wow.
And this is a picture of me and a driver called Matt Jackson. A picture of me and a driver called Fabrizio Giovanardi. And a picture of me and a driver called Jason Plato. This is me race suit for when I go karting. And you have to wear this in case, like,
Not fit me.
something goes wrong.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Is that your car?
No, that was my old one. I've got a new one now. Right. In my first race, I came second place, and this is the trophy I got.
Minimax, second place.
This is your room where you'll be staying. You've got 10 minutes to unpack because I've got something else planned.
Just 10 minutes?
Yep, 10
I'll
minutes.
never unpack my suitcase in 10 minutes. I'll do my
10
best.
minutes. So far, being a teacher is brilliant because you get to tell people what you can and cannot do.
I think he'll be very patient, very reassuring, because he's that kind of boy at school.
I don't think that Miss Orr realises how much she's got to learn because I think she just thinks it's like a game.
And talking of games, Ben decides to give Miss Orr a taster of what to expect over the next few days.
This is my driving simulator.
Wow.
Only one in the world because me and my dad built it. It's for when I'm not on the track, like I can practice.
Wow, wish I had one of those. Right, Miss Orr, let's see what you're made of.
You done? Change straight into 7th gear.
All right, I hadn't realised I was in 7th gear.
Not the best of starts there, Miss Orr.
Oh, God, you can really feel as though you're in it.
I know.
Makes you feel a bit sick, doesn't it?
When she first went on the simulator, she was a bit slow.
Right.
Go, press the accelerator.
Oh, yeah, I can see that now. Oh, that's cool. I think having had a go at the simulator and seen how easy it is to come off the track. Oh, I'm off. The thought of doing that in a real situation, it's a bit of fear of the unknown. What was that?
Just getting in, it's dinner.
Oh, no, I haven't even done a lap yet.
Oh.
So I'm to right.
Dinner's ready!
Can't I finish this lap? Oh.
Apart from improving her driving skills, I think there may be another reason why Miss Orr doesn't want to rush down for dinner.
Enjoy it up, guys. Excellent. Sit yourselves down. I'll just get yours. Oh, look at that delicious Italian spag bowl they're having there. Here's yours, look.
Oh,
Everything
wow.
got in the presentation. Would you like to grab that off, please, Miss Orr? Yeah, have a look at that. Ooh, Ben. Tuck in, you know what you're waiting for, guys. Well, I'm going to head off for my delicious tea now, so...
Mashed potatoes, nice. Is it? Is it not
You
smash?
like it?
Is it not smash?
This is the first on Help Teach.
Well, I guess there's a first time for everything, but I'm not so convinced Ben will enjoy the dessert.
Well, that's one day down, 3 to go, and despite our pair's best efforts at the compatibility challenge, they've ended up with school dinners. Oddly, Ben seems to like them. Now, there's a lot of work to be done tomorrow. I hope Mazor is a little bit better on the go-karting track than she was on the simulator, and can cool, calm Ben step up to being a teacher.
I'm most worried about Mazor getting in the car for the first time because she might think it's a game and go like too fast into a car and she might crash.
I'm pretty nervous. It's fun on the simulator. I do like that, and you know that if you do put your foot down and you don't change gear at the right place and you come off the track, you just press reset and start again. But tomorrow it's the real thing.
Coming up, Ben steps up to being Teach,
Hope you're making notes on this.
and Miss O needs to step on the accelerator.
Stop! She needs to go faster. She's not gone fast enough.
It's Saturday morning, and Ben's keen to get Miss O started on her lessons.
Come on, Miss O, rise and shine. I want to see you downstairs in 10 minutes, because we're leaving soon. I want to see you downstairs in 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, nice slippers.
To kick off his first lesson, Ben is setting up school down at the racetrack.
Good morning! Have you slept well?
Good morning.
Yes, thank you.
Looking forward to being a pupil.
Absolutely. Got a good
Superb.
teacher here.
Let's get indoors. Here we go. First things first, Miss O, you're going to be needing these. There's your pencil case and your exercise books. Do you want to head into the classroom, get yourself sorted while I chat to Ben?
Remember to underline the date and I'll be in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good start. I was going to ask you what kind of teacher do you think you'll be?
I think I'll be like fair but strict.
I like your style. This is going to be brilliant. I've got this for you so that you can jot down her progress as she goes, OK? Shall we do this? You ready to go?
Yep, ready to go.
This is it. It's official now. School starts right now. You've got 45 minutes to teach Miss O everything you can about go-karting. You think you can do it?
Of course I can.
You do look like a very neat student. How are you feeling?
Difficult, because I'm used to being in the driving seat.
Well, you have to relinquish all control. This is your driver. Good luck. Enjoy it. I'll be watching over there.
Right, let's start with the register. Miss O,
Yes, sir.
now for the timetable. First you got go-karting, and then you have your break, and then I'll be teaching you about the British touring cars. Seeing as it's my class, these are my rules. Rule number 1, if you don't listen in class, you get detention and have to do maths homework. And if you answer back twice in a row, you have to run around the track doing a chicken impression.
Nice clucking, Miss O.
Now I'm going to talk about the techniques and skills you need to be a good go-kart driver. Do you know anything about karting?
Just little bits that you hear on the news with people like Lewis Hamilton. And who's the chap who does the commentating? Murray somebody. Murray Walker, is it?
That's not quite right. You're right about Lewis Hamilton. He did start off in karts, but that's Formula 1 we're talking about, not karting. You do know that go-karting involves driving an open-wheel vehicle. There's no roof, no doors, just a front bumper and a back bumper and side pods.
Do you have a seatbelt?
No. I hope you're making notes on this.
Cripes, looks like Ben is already showing her who's boss.
The speed of a car can get up to 160 mile an hour.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
Seeing as you're an inch and a half off the ground, it is. Yes, Miss O.
What's your fastest lap time, sir?
My fastest lap time around this track is 55 seconds, point 16. The thing I like most about go-karting is the speed and skills involved in it, and most people my age probably wouldn't have the opportunity to do the thing that I do.
Theory out of the way, and it's time for a more practical demonstration.
Right, now show me how you drive in a normal car.
Looks like Miss O's off for a quiet Sunday drive, and somehow I don't think it's quite what Ben had in mind.
That's totally different to what you do in a car. Come on, off the chair, on the floor. So in a kart, you would have the steering wheel there, and your feet will be like that. Say if this was a clock face, you would have your hand on 10 and 2.
Wow, I'm learning so much here. I feel like I should have a notebook and pencil.
Accelerator, brake, accelerator, brake. Kind of push them at the same time, because if you push them both at the same time, the clutch will break.
Ben is a good teacher.
Next thing I'm going to tell you about is the flags. And we use flags because you cannot talk to people while you're on the circuit. This green flag means that if there's been a crash, the road is clear ahead, so you can go fast again.
Green or clear.
The red flag means that if there's been a bad crash, that they've stopped the race to clear the crash.
Flags, eh? This is the help teach flag. Every time I wave it, someone brings me a cup of tea. Oh, cheers.
Hang on a minute, why didn't I know about this? Think I might have to try that next time.
And this black flag means that your driving is getting really too unsafe. And if there's a wave at you, that means you've been disqualified and you have to come into the pit lane immediately. Now I've told you the basics, the best thing to do is for us to go outside and I'll show you how it's done. Usually Miss O's all glamorous and she's got her hair perfectly styled, but today when she had her overalls on and her hair was all in a mess, it was really funny to see her. This is my car.
Oh, wow.
And the one over there is the one you're going to be driving.
Cool.
But before you have a go, I'm going to give you a demonstration.
Fabulous.
Watch and learn. Watch.
To see Ben go off in his cart was just incredible. Concentrating, he knew exactly what to do. He just handled it so brilliantly. I think somebody so young could be doing all of that. It's just incredible.
That was incredible.
Fantastic.
How are you feeling about doing this?
It looked so incredibly fast. This is going to be quite a challenge.
Yep.
Look at that. It's your colour and everything.
It
this
is.
car. Perfect. Ben, what does she need to know?
Right, well, our right side is the accelerator pedal, and your left side is your braking pedal.
OK.
Are you feeling all right about this then?
Yeah, it's cool.
Off you go.
Let's get ourselves set up. Come on.
Oh dear, looks like Miss O's off on a Sunday drive again.
It was her first time ever in a go-kart, and she was a bit slow. Need to have a word with her.
What's she doing? Anything wrong?
I just need to tell her to speed up a bit more around the bends.
Oh, OK.
It was really funny watching her in the kart for the first time with her overalls on.
Stop! He's hauling her in because she needs to go faster. She's not gone fast enough.
My fastest time around here is 55 seconds. You're 40 seconds slower.
You're doing 1:36.
So I want you to pick your corner speed up.
Uh-huh.
Pick your straight line speed up even more.
Right.
If you can. And brake later going into corners.
Right.
Buzz! Oh, put your foot to the floor! Go on! Go on! Go on!
Miss O's second goal looks a lot more promising, but eagle-eyed Ben has spotted a few flaws in her driving technique.
She needs to work on her corner speed and her straight line speed as well.
All too soon though, track time is up.
Miss O's first time out on the track, she did very well. And we've got some more practice tomorrow, so she'll get even better.
Really lovely.
Miss O might have started to get the hang of things in the driving seat, but with time ticking, Ben's keen to teach her one more thing.
This is my kart. You've seen us out on the circuit driving. You've had a go and got a feel for it. But also it's really important to look after your car. So I just wanted to show you a few things.
First up, Ben runs Miss O through the different tyres used in go-karting.
So these tyres are for wet weather, but when the track's just like slightly greasy and it's just been drizzling and rain, you would have these tyres.
It's like it's worn down a bit.
Yeah.
So that's for when it's just a bit sort of greasy and damp,
Yeah.
and that's for wet weather.
For when it's completely dry, if you look, there's a big difference in there. They're called slicks.
Slicks, right. They are really bald, aren't they?
Yeah. Pull it off.
They just
like
slide
that.
off?
Yeah.
After a quick demonstration, it's Miss O's turn to change her tyre.
They're dead greasy, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it, you've done it.
How will I know that they're going to stay on?
Because when the gun goes like this, that means it's fully on, as far as it can go.
Well impressed.
Even though Miss Orr has never changed a tyre in her life, I reckon she's rather enjoying getting her hands dirty.
So is there anything else that you can do? You've changed tyres?
I can change the carburettor as well.
Wow.
No time to see you changing the carburettor. Sorry, you are out of time for this lesson. How was it?
Seriously, well impressed. I can't believe that I take my car to a garage and I could hire Ben here.
How did you find it out there on the track?
I felt as though I was really going fast. And Ben's just kept saying to me, you're going to have to go faster and faster and faster. And it feels like you're really dancing around on the track.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Excellent stuff. Well, you seem to be doing remarkably well at go-karting. Why not have a bit of lunch and we'll come back and do your second lesson in a bit.
Sing with me. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
That's great. Let's try a different one. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Cool.
Oh, you two, listen, we've got to stop this racket and get ready to rock it with the next lesson. But just before we do, I need a quick word with you through here. Right, you two, I think the go-karting lesson went very well, do you?
Yeah, loved it.
How are you feeling then about the touring cars?
Quite apprehensive, because I'm not really clued up on anything to do with British touring cars.
How about I give you the chance then of winning 15 extra minutes lesson time? What would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, good news then, because I've prepared a small time challenge. OK, this is how you win your extra minutes. I've got a grid here, and it's got 15 different compartments, each with a different item in them. In a moment, I'm going to reveal that grid to you and give you 30 seconds to memorise what each object is and where it goes in the grid, OK?
Yes.
Kirsten sneakily hidden objects around the house. As a tag team, Miss Orr and Ben must get one object at a time and place it correctly on the matching grid.
And look!
They've got 30 seconds to memorise the objects and their position. Wow, look at that concentration.
Right, that's all the time you had. You got everything in your brains?
Yeah, think so.
You know who's running off first?
Yep.
Here we go then, 2.5 minutes start. Now!
Ben's straight off into the kitchen. He's found the little red car. Oh, and the ballet shoes. I don't think you're supposed to carry more than one thing at a time, though.
Ooh, wow.
And he's off again. Remember the rules, Ben.
Ben, you can only bring back one item at a time.
You tell him, Kirsten. And isn't it about time Miss Orr had a go?
Go. Can't have you doing all the running around. 1 minute is gone.
Miss Orr's found the flower.
Here she comes. Go then. Swapsies.
And Ben's found the sheet mask.
Ben is exhausted.
Second from the left to the top.
How many blanks have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're just over halfway there with this. Good work, good work.
Oh, and Miss Orr's found the creepy hand.
You got just coming up. 30 seconds left. Where does it go? Where does it go?
But Ben is struggling to find the other hidden items.
Time challenge. I can still see 5 gaps. You can't find anything. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop! Ben, I need you back here right now. Out of time, I'm afraid. You found a rosette, but I'm the only winner there with that, because that ain't going on the board. Are you shattered? That's where you think it would have gone?
Yeah.
You managed to get 9 items, so potentially 9 extra minutes. But do they match?
Well done.
Let's find out. So there you go. You've got 8 extra minutes for the next lesson. It's better than out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here?
Secret handshake.
So it's on to Ben's second hobby, the British Touring Cars Championship. But before he gets started, Kirsten's putting him in the hot seat.
Who won the championship this year?
Fabrizio Giovanardi.
That was such a quick answer, I barely understood it, but it's right. Fabrizio is right. Who came second this year?
Matt Jackson.
I don't even get the question out and you know the answer. Matt Jackson is right. Who's won the championship the most in the last 5 years? In the last 5 years, he has. Fabrizio again. I'm going to leave you to it. He knows his stuff, this man. 53 minutes, remember. Get cracking.
The reason why I love British touring cars most is because I love the speed they get up to. I really like the bits when they crash.
Wow, pretty exciting stuff. Next, Ben gives some background theory.
The British Touring Car Championship started in 1958. All the touring cars have to be 4-door models of everyday family cars, and they all have to have 2-litre engines.
Mazur doesn't seem to know anything. He's having to go back to basics, start at the very beginning with this.
Yes, Miss Orr?
And what kind of speeds can these cars get up to?
150 miles an hour.
150 miles an hour?
Yep.
Now that's what you call fast. Moving on, Ben introduces Miss Orr to some of his racing heroes.
First one's Jason Plato. His nationality's British. He's won 46 races. He's getting either first, second or third 116 times.
There's loads of stuff to remember here.
Oh yes. Next one is Matt Jackson. He's British as well. He's had 7 wins. And the first time he raced was Brands Hatch, April 2001.
There's lots to learn, loads of theory with this. Who's who, all the statistics. She's going to have to do a little writing down.
Next one's Gordon Shedden. He's British. And he's had 10 wins.
Memorising the stats and the facts has been quite a challenge. The pictures, not so bad, but when it's sort of dates and numbers and things like that, I've really had to concentrate hard.
The theory continues with a crash course of the different race circuits.
Knock Hill's my favourite track because, as the commentators describe it, as a tight, twisty corkscrew on a hill. You will come out the pit lane, then you will come to Seat curves, which is this bit here. And then when you come to Scotsman, you would have to be really careful because it is a really tight corner. This is a track called Brands Hatch. This is one called Donington Park. I could see I'm listening really hard and trying to take loads in. It feels brilliant to be in charge of your teacher. Touring cars are all about the way they look and how they modify it to make them more aerodynamic. So rather than me telling you about them, let me go and show you.
To give Miss Orr a practical demonstration in how regular cars are revamped into clean, mean racing machines, Ben's taken her to a local breaker's yard.
Hi, sorry, I'm waiting for my friends, Miss Orr and Ben. They've just gone to get changed.
It says Miss Orr and Ben.
Oh, sorry, right, come on then. What are you waiting for? Stop mucking about, get going.
Let the revamp begin.
Liking the stickers, Miss Orr?
That's fab.
So I'm going to put the spoiler on now. Do you want to help us?
Yeah, how are you going to put it on?
Gaffer tape.
Make sure you don't spoil it.
What's this going to do?
When the car's travelling in a straight line,
Yeah.
and it's about to go around the corner, that'll give the car more grip.
I've got to get involved with this. Hiya!
Nice work with the flame effect, Kirsten, but you might need to help Miss Orr with that tape.
That is on fire, if I do say so myself.
Kirsten? Yeah? Are you free for a minute? We need an extra pair of hands.
Oh, yeah. We've got a splitter here.
A what? A splitter?
Yeah.
What would this do on a car then? What would this be for on a touring car?
Well, it would be to help cut through the air so the car goes faster down the straight.
To make it more aerodynamic?
Yeah.
Ah.
Ben really knows his British touring cars. All he needs now is a team logo.
Can we have Kirsten written across there?
Nice try, Kirsten, but I think Ben might have other ideas.
Dad, what are you making of it?
Not bad at all.
So I suppose we'll start on your car next then, eh?
Maybe not.
Look at that. She's a beaut. Would you name her? Do people name their cars?
Some people do.
I mean, she looks like a Kirsten to me. What's she looking like to you? Not a Kirsten.
No, not a Kirsten.
Ben, your British touring cars lesson is over. How was your pupil?
Did very well.
How did you find the lesson?
It was really, really difficult, and I'm going to have to do quite a bit of homework tonight.
I don't think you can afford to relax at all. So I thought tomorrow, why don't you do a little bit of a practice performance in front of a crowd, showing off all your go-karting skills so far and what you've learned in British touring cars. That's a brilliant face. Does that upset you, that news?
Comes as a bit of a shock.
You've got an exam on Monday. We need to keep this pressure on. I'm helping you, sort of. Do you think she can do it?
Of course she can.
Early night, please. There is tons more work to be done, all right? See you in the morning, bright and early.
Wow, what an action-packed day. Ms Orr is starting to feel the pressure learning all about British touring cars, despite Ben remaining a confident, patient teacher. But I'll show them pressure. Tomorrow, I'm going to put her through her paces in that practice performance. Sometimes I'm just a little bit wicked.
When Kirsten revealed that there was going to be a practice performance, I felt really, really shocked, like, oh no, what's Miss Orr going to do?
Quite a nerve-wracking experience to do something in front of an audience when you've only had a short amount of time to practice it.
Fingers crossed she'll do well.
Coming up, there's near crashes and explosive smashes. It's Sunday morning and Miss Orr and Ben are about to get their first taste of pressure.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. Let's have a big round of applause for Ms Orr and Ben.
In front of an eager and excitable crowd, Ms Orr must demonstrate her newfound skills.
We're on a different track today to the one that you practiced on yesterday. Now, this has got a lot tighter bends on it. What we're looking for in this first part of your practice performance is how you handle a go-kart and how you are at taking corners at speed. You are trying to beat a time of 40 seconds around the track. Any words of advice, Ben?
Slower into the corners, faster out.
You've had your last words of advice. Let's get you in that cart. Good luck, Ms Orr. Your time starts now! Go on! Off she goes.
It's a bit of a clunky start, but she's away.
She's never raced on this track before.
Oh, watch that corner, Ms Orr. That could cost you a second or two.
How was that bend, Ben?
Quite bad.
Was it? It's a bad start. It's a bad time as well. It's already 25 seconds gone.
She's on the home straight, but is she within the 40 seconds?
Here she comes. She's coming back round now. What's the time going to be? Let's have a look. And stop! Wow, that was 56 seconds. So not a bad time, is it?
Bad.
Looks like Miss Orr is picking up the technique, but she's going to have to work on her speed.
Moving on then, still at the go-kart, we now need to test your reactions. So this is part 2 of your go-karting challenge. What's going to happen? Harry here is going to be going around the track. This is a bit more of a race-type situation, and we're testing your reactions. At some point, Harry will slow down, perhaps even stop on the track. What we need from you is an emergency stop, Ms Orr, in that situation. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Harry's in charge now, so we'll get off the track. Good luck. She's following quite closely behind him. Whoa!
Steady on, Miss Orr. I think you're supposed to stop behind the car, not hit it.
She did a right angle there. But she stopped quickly.
That's more like it.
How was that?
Good. Absolutely brilliant.
I think good effort. Well done. Give her a cheer, everyone.
So far, so good for Miss Orr. But how will she fare when it comes to the British touring cars?
I'm going to show you 3 racing circuits now. I need you to identify them simply from their outline. OK?
Here comes race circuit number 1. Looks like that.
And you?
Brands Hatch.
She's very confident. Is she right?
Yep.
Ooh, good start.
Here comes your second racing circuit.
Where do you think that is?
Donington Park.
Yep. Final one is that.
Knockhill.
Yep.
Looks like Miss Orr has done her homework on the race circuits. Next, Kirsten tests her on the driver's stats.
Who's that?
Matt Jackson. He's got 7 first-place wins with 16 podium wins altogether, and he debuted at Brands Hatch. April 2001?
Yep.
Seems like Miss O's also been swatting up on the drivers. She gets the next 2 correct, but can she finish top of the class?
That's Fabrizio Giovanardi. 17 first wins, 38 podium wins, debuted at Brands Hatch in April 2001.
No.
No.
What was up there?
It was April, but it was 2006.
Not quite an A-star, but the crowd are impressed.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way Michelle's progressing. I was a little bit nervous at the beginning, but she only got 2 stats wrong.
Guys, you did really well this morning, but as we discussed, I don't think you should slack off this afternoon. You should use your time for practice, practice and more practice. So with that in mind, I think you should have a good lunch to get your strength up. Would you agree?
Yep.
Some energy?
Bit of energy, yep.
Well, I'm pleased you agree, because that gives me a chance to do my favourite thing, which is set you a secret challenge. I thought it might be nice, because your mum and dad are letting Mazor stay this weekend, for you two to cook lunch by way of saying thanks. Do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, you like that idea? Well, let's just keep it simple. Nothing too exotic. Why don't you just do eggs on toast? Yeah? But this is what you have to do. Mazor, you're in charge of the eggs, and I need you to smash 2 of them whilst you're cooking, okay? As well as that, I need you to spill some milk for me. I need you to burn 2 slices of toast whilst you're cooking the lunch, and to get a blob of jam on your mum's back. The one thing you mustn't let happen is mum or dad clear up. Anybody helps, game over. You 2 can clear up. If you manage that, I'll give you some lovely prizes.
Ooh.
Will you give me a hand and we'll make lunch for your mum and dad today?
Yeah.
Come on then, cool.
Our intrepid duo are off. Gonna start making lunch for mum and dad.
Can I have a bowl? Like a bowl of some kind, and a fork.
She seems like quite a good actress, Mazor.
Do you like eggs?
Yeah, I love eggs.
Fried or scrambled?
Mazor's going for her eggs.
You know when I was saying those kids who went to Broomley Grange and the ones
Yeah.
who didn't, and they ended up with, was it Mrs Fairbairn? They were doing that circus act.
She's not going to attempt to juggle the eggs.
And they bought all those little balls for doing
Oh,
juggling.
yeah.
She is.
Quickly get...
Clean that up.
Where's...
It's all right, it's okay, it's okay.
Get loads.
Is that 1 egg or 2 eggs?
How many eggs did you smash?
2.
2?
Oh, she did smash 2 eggs. She's starting to go for the milk now.
Well, these labels are really tricky to get off, aren't they?
She spilt milk, and while she's been doing that, Ben has managed to burn 2 slices of toast.
Somebody's put it on 8! 8? Yes!
Make sure you clean the cupboard properly, Ben.
Look at Dad's face.
Right, anybody want some burnt toast?
With jam.
With jam?
Has Ben got the jam on his finger?
Would you like jam on your toast?
He's done it!
You said you didn't like burnt toast. How can you give your mum that?
So that's it, they've completed their challenge. Mum and Dad haven't helped clear up. I'm gonna get in there.
You go for it, Kirsten. Slick. Oh, stop mucking about.
I'm gonna get in there now. Ben, Mazor, do you want to come up here for a second? Mum, Dad, Jay, did you notice anything funny going on there at all?
Yes, just a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
What was happening?
Bit of a mess.
Yeah, they were making quite a mess, but I do notice neither of you 2 bothered to help clear up the mess.
No, they make the mess, they clear it up.
Well, that rule has worked very well for you 2 today, hasn't it? Basically, let me tell you what's been happening. They had a secret challenge there. Mazor's challenge was to smash 2 eggs and to spill some milk. Ben's challenge was to burn some toast, which we can all smell that happened, didn't it? But more importantly, and a lot trickier, was to get some jam on your back. You didn't notice that at all?
Not at all. Not at all.
So that means, because of that, you've passed as well. Well done, Mazor, for successfully achieving what you did there. You have got tickets to La Bohème at the Grand Opera House in York. Wow! On to Ben. This is a biggie. You have won tickets to the High Q British Touring Car Championship race weekend with lunch in the BTCC hospitality on race day. Yeah! You pleased with that, are you?
Yeah!
Wow, it's a double triumph for Ben and Miss Orr.
I think our teamwork's pretty cool.
Yep.
We can think alike, act alike, and the brains are alike. Champion.
With less than 24 hours to go until the final exam, Ben and Miss Orr get in some extra practice in both hobbies.
Come on, I need you to concentrate. Nothing like it. Who's this?
Jason Plato.
What team does he drive for?
Vauxhall Vectra.
Nope, say out there. Matt Jackson.
Debuted at Croft.
Come on, Miss Arm, we've got to have 110% if we want to pass this exam.
You're Matt Jackson.
Yeah. What's the first car on a knockhill?
Third curve.
Second car?
Scotsman's Corner.
How many wins has Richie Giovanelli had?
46. No, he's had 17.
Yeah.
Jason Plato's had 46.
Good, Miss Arm, definitely improving. Try harder, harder, harder.
Things did go really well today, perhaps better than I expected. And I think the fact doing this, one of these challenges all again tomorrow, and perhaps with the time situation, just the pressure could be really strong. And it's whether I can live up to today and even up the ante for tomorrow.
I'm feeling a bit nerve-wracked about tomorrow because if she fails the exam, she's going to fail in front of all my class, and that might be just a little bit embarrassing.
It's nearly the end of the weekend, and for the last few days, our calm teacher, Ben, has taken Miss Orr through her paces. But the final exam is literally hours away, and she still has no clue which hobby she'll be tested in. She's cruised through everything so far, but will their laid-back attitude see them come unstuck under real pressure tomorrow? We'll be finding out.
It's exam day, and over at the track, things aren't looking too great. It's been pouring down all night, meaning the track is slippier than a greased goldfish. It could be a bad day for Miss Orr if her final exam is in karting. Year 6 are gathered in the classroom. Kirsten, don't leave us in suspense.
Hi, Class P12, how are you?
Fine.
Good weekend? Yeah, that was lucky for you. Meanwhile, your chum Ben in your class has been working so hard, teaching your head teacher everything he possibly can about go-karting and British touring cars. So she's going to have an exam this morning. She still doesn't know which hobby it's going to be in. But remember, if she passes that exam, for you guys will all get to go on a VIP trip to York Dungeons! Yeah! Shall we get them in here? Yeah! Here come Ben and Mazor! Come on! You're about to find out what your exam is going to be in. Class, what would you like to see her do the exam in?
Good!
Deep breath, everyone. I can tell you, Mazor, today you're going to be taking your final exam in go-karting! But we can't let you be the judge of this because you just passed your teacher because you wanted to win, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Fair enough, at least you're honest. So we've got a professional judge here right now. I want you to give him a big cheer as he comes in, please. It's the British Junior Karting Champion, Jason Parrott. Here he is. There you go. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, Ben is shocked and surprised, but why should you be our judge today?
Well, I was twice British junior champion and I'm currently ranked 10th in the world.
What kind of things are you going to be looking for when Mazur is taking her exam?
Oh, today, general kart control, speed, and also knowledge of the kart. That's very important.
Well, this is how it's going to work. You're going to have 5 different challenges. Some of those will be theory, some of them will be practical. You need to get 3 out of the 5 right in order to pass the exam and get the prize for the class. And we're going to start with practical. So we need to get outside and we need to get you changed.
Okay.
Outside, it's dried up a bit, but it's blowing a gale, so conditions are far from perfect.
You're going to get the chance to do 2 laps around the course here. And then, Mazur, on your 3rd lap, you have to try and beat your average weekend time of 1 minute 15 seconds. OK? Now, the course is wet today, which I know you haven't experienced before. It's a little bit different for you. Jason, this is part of racing life, isn't it? You can't account for the wind, whether it's going to have rained on the track. Is there any advice you can give?
It'll obviously be a lot slippier, so just go easy with the throttle.
Let's see what happens.
So Miss Orr has 2 warm-up laps to get used to the conditions, and on a 3rd one, she needs to beat 1 minute 15.
1:18, did you make that, 2nd one?
Yeah.
So this is the one we need to know about now.
It seems like she's going faster this time. Come on!
Miss up, miss up, miss up, miss up, miss up, miss up, miss up,
Come on.
miss up, miss up, miss up.
Stop it there. I've got 1:19 on my watch. She's just outside, isn't it? It's gutting.
We said the time had to be 1:15 and we did 1:19, so I'm afraid it's a fail on the track.
A devastated Miss Orr has lost one of her lifelines. Can she pull things back with the next task?
I need to tell you that you need to get all of these theory parts right in order to pass this section and get the 1 point you need so far. Here we go. First question then. Can you tell me who designed and built the first go-kart?
Art? Ingalls.
And in what year?
1956.
Jason?
Say that's correct answer, well done.
Right so far, everyone. What speed can a supercar reach?
To 200 miles an hour.
Up to 200 miles an hour?
I'm afraid the maximum speed is 160 on a supercar.
So that is the wrong answer.
Yeah, so there's no point doing the next
Oh
question
no,
for
which
this then.
means it's a fail for this bit as well. Gutting.
Ooh, it's gone from bad to worse for Miss Orr. It's now crucial that she passes the next challenge or she fails the exam.
Part 3, practical again. We're going to put you in a race situation, Mazur. You have to do 2 laps of the track and make sure you stay in the lead. You don't want to be passed by this guy down here. We're going to give you a 20-second head start. So you've just got to remain in the lead for 2 laps and you've passed. Okay. I don't need to remind you, you really need this point, otherwise it's completely game over. So this is a race situation, Ben. Any advice?
Go fast.
Good advice, Ben. And off she goes.
Starting our 2nd driver in 20 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go!
He's off, and now Miss Orr has to stay ahead of the other driver.
She's doing really well at the moment.
She's actually getting more of a lead on him.
with a victory, Ms. Orr's back in the game. Time to move on to the next task.
Part 4 of your challenge is another practical. We've come inside because this tests your mechanical skills.
Right.
I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes to change the 2 front wheels here from slicks to wets. Ben, as usual, any advice for your student?
Remember to just stay calm, take your time, and then, well, don't take your time, but take your time, but be quick.
Just keep calm.
You've got your tools over there, you've got your tyres, let's get you set.
Remember, if Ms. Orr fails this, the exam is over.
I'm really tense at this moment. Let's start you off. Your 2.5 minutes to change both those wheels. Start now.
It's a quick start, but oh, she's got to start again. The nuts are on the wrong way round.
Can I have a time, please? You've used just over 1 minute. You happy?
Yeah. Come on, Miss R. Next one, go, 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 go.
Remember, she has to get this point, or it's a complete fail.
Come on. Come on, Miss R.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Look at that! She's done it. It's 2 minutes 21 on the clock. What do you have to say to that? Pass or fail?
A definite pass. Well done.
To the wire. Ms. Orr's last task will be the decider.
Guys, if she doesn't get you this point, it is game over. No one's going anywhere. Jason, I'll be looking to you for the answers here. I need you to name 3 flags used to communicate in go-karting. Tell me their colour and meaning.
Okay. There's the red flag, which means to cease racing. There is the black flag, which is a disqualification. And there is the black and white checkered flag, which is the race is over, you've finished the race.
I didn't breathe for the whole of that. I literally just held my breath. Jason, talk us through. Are those answers correct or incorrect?
All 3 of them perfect, correct. Well done.
Unbelievable stuff, taking it right down to the wire, but you've got that right, which means you've got the final point you needed, which means you've passed the exam, which means you're all going on your VIP trip out! Yeah!
I can't believe that we actually took it right to the wire with the challenge, but yes, we did it.
When she got the final one right, I was just speechless, and I still am.
The karting bug has certainly bitten me full on. I'll be back next weekend.
It's been so cool being a teacher over this last 3 days. It's been brilliant.
Victory!
Yeah, it just goes to show that with a bit of good teaching, great things can be achieved.
Ain't that the truth? Join us again next time for more teacher-pupil hijinks.
And help, teachers coming to stay.
Hi, I'm a shouty man, and I'm here to tell you about new, improved Horrible Histories online. Do you love to while away the hours travelling through time, battering the locals and discovering facts about who? Well, you need Horrible Histories online with the terrific Terrible Treasures game. Wow, that is disgusting! And now with all new Awful Egyptians and measly Middle Ages. Just go to the CBBC website and click on Horrible History.